Okay, I done everything. I'm good. I'm
All
good.
right. You are good, Rita. You did it.
Good
Now
morning to all of our call-in listener. It's Fed Financial
it's
Fed
Fed
Friday.
Friday. And, I don't
It's
even.
time. I say we get started, Darlene.
It's all right. Well, let's get started then.
All
Let's
righty.
get it started. Yeah.
Okay, so what I
Welcome,
got?
everyone. Wait a minute. Thank you, Alberto.
It's fight. We fighting for love, y'all.
Yes. I don't know what you're doing, Rita. I can't hardly hear.
Girl. So let's go, Miss Rita. Let's go.
Hi, everyone. It is Fed Friday, and I'm Darlene Jenkins.
And I'm Rita Bailey Rowland.
So welcome, everyone. And today is Friday, February the 9th. So welcome to Financial Fed Fridays. And just to tell you a little bit, this is a webinar that we do every single Friday at 10 a.m. And we're broadcasting live simultaneously on Facebook. Welcome, everyone on Facebook. If you could real quick, while we're out right now, just type in where you are watching us from, because we have people watching us all over the country. So please just type in where you're tuning in at. Also here on the webinar, if you could just let us know where are you, where you're looking at us from. You know what I mean? I don't
know. Where
reading and talking is fundamental. So what we're doing on this broadcast, number one, we're having fun while we're bringing you information, but also we're just pulling back the curtain so that you can get an in-depth understanding of not only your federal benefits and the best retirement investment options, but also you don't have to work in the federal government. And I know you all, it's a lot going on there right now. But it doesn't matter where you work. We are giving you the best retirement investment options, just tools you can use to improve and enhance your financial situation. You can register to be online live with us at the webinar at www.ritabrolandevents.com. It's right there on the screen. Or you can join us live on Facebook, like many of you are doing right now, and just like our page at Your AB Solutions, Inc. I'm trying to find online, Rita. I don't know where. We broadcasting live, and I can't even find it, y'all, to see. So if you're on Facebook, just stay with us. And the whole purpose of our Financial Fed Friday series is just to help you understand your benefits, your spending, your money habits, saving, and to support and offer solutions to you that will enable you to reach your financial destination. So without knowing your individual situation, this webinar series that we do is very generic in approach. Hi, Mom. Hi, Carol. My mommy is on here, y'all. Hi, everyone. But again, without knowing your individual situation, we can't tailor this information to you. So please accept it as general in nature. And thank you for understanding. However, I can tell you, if you reach out to us, the generality that you're getting now, we can custom tailor it to your situation and put together an individualized plan for you to help you reach your financial destination.
All right. So, Darlene, we're going to talk about some love this month. We talking about love?
Yes.
All righty.
The month of love.
And so we're not just asking you to love yourself, but loving yourself requires you most of all to probably love some other people. And so this is very dear to me that we talk about insuring your love, because as many of you guys may know and some don't know, and as you watch this broadcast, I lost my mom when I was 11 years old. She died in 1977. She was a government employee, which is why government employees are dear to my heart. And so because understanding how important life insurance is, that truly is the best way to show your love, is to make sure that your loved ones are protected in the event that something should happen to you. And so we're going to talk today, is like, as we think about Valentine's Day. We think it's all just about chocolate and roses. And you see my best friend has that, she don't know how to work the Facebook.
I feel
She needs to put her computer on mute because she don't know what she's doing. She got to put her computer on mute. Francine, that's your daughter. I'm going on. So February is the month of love, you guys. And we're going to talk about not just being romantically in love, but being financially in love, because we know that if you married or you have some children, the best way to show your love is to be able to really financially take care of them. So we're going to look at some dates. And I thought this was very cute. Now, you think about February, you know, America has come up with a date for almost every month. There's a date for something. So let's look at this month. February the 7th is Rose Day. So if you didn't have a rose, you need to talk to your love and tell them you need a rose. Propose Day, people get proposed on the 8th. Chocolate Day. So the day is Chocolate Day. I should have bought some chocolate. And I think we got some. Oh, yeah, we got some. We got some M&M's with a heart on it. So we got some chocolate in here, y'all. Chocolate Day. Tomorrow is Teddy Day. The 11th is Promise Day, Kiss Day, Hug Day. And, of course, the 14th is Valentine's Day. But here's the kicker, y'all. Look at the 15th. It's Slap Day. The 16th is Kick Day. Now, who really came up that they're going to give a day? I'm hoping they mean like slap, like not like slap a person to hurt them, but slap them to like, way to go, girl, or man, we married. I don't know what that means. Slap Day, Kick Day. Then the 17th is Perfume Day. The 18th is Flirting Day. And then the 19th, we're going to start confessing, because then we're going to be missing on the 20th. And by the 21st, we breaking up. Now, who really came up with this, Darlene? Who really came up with this?
I don't know. So, you know, ladies and gentlemen on the line and those of you watching on Facebook, if after Valentine's Day, your bae starts acting a little crazy, just know that, hey, this may be what's going on, because if they start slapping you verbally, not physically, and now all of a sudden they trying to, you know, lash out at you, and then they try to make up, they buy you some perfume, now, but they out there flirting with somebody else, now they missing. But then
this was happening, but now all jokes.
All of you dates on here, go ahead, Rita. Yeah, we have another important date.
Yes. So all jokes aside, we didn't come up with these dates, but I thought it was quite interesting. But no playing around with being slapped. We don't participate in being abused. So don't play the slap game or the kick game. You can play the perfume game, but not those 2 days. But what the real date is, we're going to talk about February 6th is Insure Your Love Day. And so you want to make sure that any day of the year, but this day is you start to look at the month of love, check in with your own stuff and see, have you insured your love for the ones that you truly do care about? Because what my manager taught us a long time ago, that romance without finance is a nuisance. So no romance without any finances. And I tell you, it's so important to have your finances together. I know when I met my husband, he had all his stuff together, and I did not have my stuff together. And that was one of the things I really wanted to do, is make sure I could step up my financial game. And even though I was in the financial world, my own self was a mess. And so romance, when you think about it, people would much prefer their romantic partner to plan for their financial future, 44%, versus buy them a gift, 8%. So what you're saying, if you're thinking about buying your loved one or your partner, your spouse, something next week, you should really check in and say, you know, I decided to not buy you another outfit or another diamond ring. I decided to look at what we have in place. I called Darlene, I called Rita, and I decided to put a financial plan in place to make sure that when I'm gone, that you are truly taken care of and that the kids are taken care of. Too many people leave this world today when they leave their family not in a good place. You want to make sure that you leave your family in a good place. Darlene, why is not moving?
Because you moved, you have to click it again. There you go.
No. So half of the women say that their significant other can show they care by being financially prepared for their future together. So as much as you think women want some chocolate and we want some of that fancy stuff, women are really more concerned about not being old and broke than men. And so what you really want to do for them is make sure that they're in a position. And if you're single, love yourself for real. Like, make sure, I tell Darlene all the time, 50 was a great year for me, that I really began it's like the 40s, I kind of started to really, know who I am and what it is I wanted. But 50, I really like these light bulbs came off. Like, I really got to make sure that the old Rita is truly together. And as much as I was on a budget before, I really started to streamline my budget to make sure that I'm financially prepared for my own future, because no one is really going to take care of me the way I need to take care of me. So don't just show your love. Darlene said we need to insure your love. So don't just show it. Put a plan in place to really know that when you're gone, because it's one thing to love a loved one, but when you're gone and you left them some burdens, some bills, some stress, your kids don't have money for college, as much as they love you, what they start to remember is all the stress that they're going through as a result of you being gone and not having put a plan in place to take care of them. And I tell you, insurance is so well. My mother had some in 1977, but with 3 kids, a husband, and a house, it wasn't truly enough. And so you think about planning. That's one of the things that we'll do. If you sit down with us, we'll help you to put the plan together that can make sure what you want happens. And, insurance is just like me. I didn't have any kids, but I wasn't married until like 4 years ago. Lord, don't tell my husband. 4 years ago.
I'm going to tell him.
No, you such a snitch. But he makes her food, which is why she's going to tell him. So she's bribed by some food. But 4 years ago, so I really wasn't for sure. But my aunt and uncle, who I do stuff for, those were important to me. If I left this world today, I wanted to make sure they would be taken care of. So when you think of insuring your love, it may be not just your children or a spouse. It could be those people you have an impact on or that you support now. It could be an aunt, it could be a niece or nephew. So whoever that is, you want to make sure that you have something in place. So we want to make sure you give the gift that keeps on giving. A third of people don't buy and not buying insurance and more of it because they don't like thinking about death. Newsflash, y'all, we all gonna leave here. As much as we don't want to think about it, that day is coming for us all. When is the thing that we don't know. And having life insurance help you to prepare for that date when it comes. And because you can't predict it, you can't say, well, I'm just going to wait till 2 years. I'm just going to wait to this because somebody got up this morning and drove to work and they never made it to work. Somebody's not going to make it home from work. And so because we just don't know when that date is going to happen, we need to make sure that we prepare and we prepare now. So please give the gift that keeps on giving. And what are some reasons why you want to have some life insurance? One is that you want to cover your final expenses. Too many people are trying to do a GoFundMe account or their family members are still out. There's 2 weeks, 3 weeks past the date that they passed away because they don't have any money and they're calling everybody. Can you get $300? Can you give $500? When we can truly take care of it now, we would spend money on the fancy cell phone. We would spend money. And it is a post that go around. I think it says something about people will rather pay their cell phone bill than pay for insurance premium. For most of us, what we pay in our cell phone bill, we could really be insuring our families and having some life insurance. Replacement of income. So if you're married and you bring $100,000 into the household and you're of that 100,000, 50,000 of it goes towards your family because taxes got to get something, you got to save in your own retirement. But let's say 50,000 or 40 goes towards rent, goes towards food, goes toward your kids' activity, goes towards their clothes, whatever that amount is. If you are 42 and you think your kids are 12 and you got one that's 3, you got to look at, if I were to leave today, that 40,000 times them all the way through college, that's 19 years. You need $500,000. And so you need to look at how much insurance I have, what do I need, and it also could be designed to transfer wealth. So I do have some clients who thought about their children and their grandkids, and it's a good way to transfer wealth, and that's a good way to transfer it tax-free. And you want to make sure that your mortgage is still paid. If you're the breadwinner or you participate in paying the mortgage, you pay 50% or 100%. If you leave here today, your wife may have a check, but will she have enough or your husband have enough to cover the mortgage? So we may want to look at how do we put enough insurance to make sure that my family can still live in this place and they don't. So many people, when their loved ones pass away, they have to move because they can't afford to stay in the place where they are. Now, this is a love letter, and I'm going to read this love letter to you. I'm going to ask you not to read it, but just to be still in the moment, to listen to it while I read to you. This is a love letter, and it says, you and I have similar purposes in the world. It is your job to provide food, clothing, shelter, schooling, medicine, and many other things for your loved ones. You do all of this while I'm tucked away safely in a box or drawer. I have faith and trust in you. Out of your hard-earned income, you will come the cost of my upkeep. At times, I may appear to be worthless to you, but someday, and who knows when, you and I will exchange places. You are laid to rest. I will come alive and begin my job. I will provide money to help with food, clothing, shelter, schooling, medicine, and those important things your family will need to continue, just as you are doing now. When your work is done, mine will begin. Through me, your hands will carry on. Whenever you feel the price you're paying for my upkeep is a burdensome, remember all that I can do for your family once you're gone. If you do your part, I will do mine. Sincerely, your life insurance policy. And Darlene and I used to use this for years, and it's so important to understand many people in all of my 28 and a half years of selling, and Darlene and so many other agents, people always talk about it costs too much or I can't afford insurance. Excuse me, I'm getting a little emotional. And when things get tight, the first thing they drop is their insurance policy. They don't drop their cell phone bill. They don't stop shopping. They don't stop eating out. They drop the thing that's going to provide for their families when they're gone. When you are laid to rest, it says, I come alive. Insurance is not important while you're alive and you can do the work yourself. It becomes important when you're gone and you no longer can do that. So it's really understanding what your insurance policy is, and so that you don't mistake it that it's just a piece of paper, and it really is what will prepare and to take care of your family. And because I've lost both parents, I know what it's like to lose a parent when you're a child, because you need to have money. I had a good uncle and who could really provide it and sacrifice so much for me, my brother, and my sister with their own money, because it wasn't enough. And just so you know, even if you work for the government today, maybe more, but in the 70s, we got $377 for 3 children a month and this is from the civil service retirement system. $373 a month, 77 is not enough for 3 kids. So even if you take inflation and you get $1,500 today for 3 children, that's possibly not enough. So you just need to understand how important life insurance is to you and to your family. So what life insurance really is love insurance, y'all. It ain't just life insurance. Is love insurance, because what you truly do when you leave here and your spouse or your children is thinking about you, when they have that money, it lets them know that you really cared enough about them to not leave them in a financial mess, that you love them enough to prepare for them during this time. And so we just want you to know you need to insure your love today. We're going to have our information at the end. And yeah, you said, Rita, were you just trying to sell me something? I'm not really trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to hopefully that you would prepare and to make sure that the people that you love and that you care about, that you would begin to show your love for them, because it's not about me. It's about you being able to protect them. And you guys, I know you probably said, well, we hear this all the time. 44% of Americans do not have life insurance, and many of them do not have adequate life insurance. And they oftentimes think about what they have on their job and they think they're sufficient. And I'm only going to use the government because I know exactly how that system is. If you work private, we can sit down and talk about yours. But we do know that government employees, when you're young, that rate is good, right, Darlene? You're paying nothing. But the most expensive period of time is between the time of 50 and 60 if you're still working. The average government premium would double or triple. And the average government employees, if they keep option B 4 to 5 times their salary, by the time they reach 65, they would have paid most of them $30,000 to $40,000 for something that they eventually say, I can no longer afford to keep. If we think about a person who's making, like, if their face amount is $85,000, their basic, you have 5 times your salary. By the time you are 70 years old, you're paying almost $1,700 a month for life insurance for a term policy. And so most of you saying, well, if I'm only making 85, even if I'm if that's my high 3 and I'm getting 30%, I'm bringing home $2,400 a month gross, or $3,000 gross, less taxes, health insurance. You mean the rest of my check is going to pay for insurance? So it's really not, and it's not just you have it. You need to make sure that you understand that you have the right plan. That's important. And I tell you, the most important plan is the one that you have in place when you leave here. And because we don't know that date or how long we're going to live, and we're living longer, we need to make sure that we have the right plan in place. So what's up next? We're going to finish some love. Now, next week, we're going to talk about you made the commitment. Now you better put a ring on it. So we're going to talk about some commitments, y'all. And then the last one, we're going to have a guest speaker. I'm so excited about this, is that we need to be able to love the skin that we're in, and diversity in the workplace. And because we don't always understand this dynamic between different races and how we operate, it oftentimes leads into our workplace, and we may not have the raise we're supposed to get. We may not be able to deal with this person. So this guest speaker is she's kind of important to me because she's my life coach. So kind of the person that you see today, she started that whole process of me beginning the transformation. So we're going to look forward to having her next week. And so,
Rita, let me just say one thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go back?
I'm trying to. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to do this, y'all. You talking about here?
No, to the love insurance.
That one?
Yes, right here. Life insurance is really love insurance. One thing when I see this, it takes me back to when a person in your family or that you know passes away. The first thing everybody says is, do they have insurance? Or even when where's the insurance? How much insurance do they have? Or when Rita and I were doing our webinar, our seminars, we always say, if, our rich uncle passed away, or, hoping someone leaves us some money. Well, the only way they're going to leave us some money is through life insurance. We want to have a rich aunt or uncle or grandparent. But what I say is, let's be the rich aunt, the rich grandparent, the rich parent, and show your love and leave it to someone else. We want to get what we're not willing to give. And this is the youngest you're ever going to be right now today. This is the youngest and the best rate that you're ever going to get. We often take for granted that our health is going to be the same. We're walking around, we look healthy, but on the inside, are we really? So you don't want to let this moment pass by. Whatever coverage you can get, you need to call me and read it today. When our information comes up, bring our phone, send us, if you know us personally, send us a text, call our office, email us if you're on the webinar, but you need to get in touch with us because tomorrow is not promised to us. That's why, today is called a present. Every day is a present, a gift of life that we get. So you want to take advantage of it and show those, because insurance really is love insurance, because you're not going to benefit from it. Someone that you love is going to benefit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so the last thing is that we have coming up is another event for me. I need us to love our sisters. And so I'm going to have them hosting my second event. I am my sister's keeper. And we're going to talk about breaking down some of the barriers in our life and what many of us, we may not understand. For me, I had to deal with a bunch of stuff, and most of my stuff wasn't on the outside. Most of my stuff was on the inside, but how it impacted me was on my outside world. So it impacted my finances, impacted my relationship, it impacted my business because of that. So, and you may come, you don't have anything internally that's wrong. You good to go. You just may want to come and have some fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to have comedy. It's going to be a live concert with singers. I have 3 different groups of singers. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be empowering our mind, our body, and our soul. We're going to do a little bit of movement. So, and if you want to, you don't have to. We're going to have some fitness there. So we're going to learn how to, because see, this whole thing is a balance. We can't be healthy on the inside because we eat well and we don't do nothing else with our mind and our spirit. We can't have our spirit together. We don't have our food and our exercise together. The body is a balance. Everything about us, our soul, it takes all of that to be a whole person. So we want you to come here. My whole purpose to help us to get to a place where we have a holistic balance in all areas of our life. So it is the 24th. We got 2 weeks. I need you to go register to this website right here. And if you didn't get it, write it down. You can email us, text me or whatever. We're going to make sure you get here. The cost is $59 and that's for all day. It includes breakfast. It includes lunch. It includes vendors. It includes everything. So we're going to have a really good time and our food is being catered. So I'm excited about it, Darlene. I'm truly excited about us coming together and doing some great things for women and men. It's coming. I'm having one soon for the men. So fret not, it's coming.
Yes, you all are going. If you come to this event, you are going to have the time of your life. The last event we had was life-changing. Believe me, when you come to this event, you won't leave like you came. So you want to make sure you make your way out, press out. You're going to be so glad you did. And I want to say thank you, Pam Bryant, for getting on. Welcome to the Fed Friday series.
Yes. All righty. And so here's our information. You need to reach out to us. Truly, you guys, Darlene and I do not take for granted that you show up each week to support us, or you may not can watch it at 10 o'clock, but tonight, and if you're watching and it's later on the day, we thank you so much for tuning in to us. Our whole purpose is just help to bring you some information that may just change your life. And so that's our goal here. We hope you get something out of it, and just please make sure you send some more people here, because the reason why most of us don't understand and fail simply because we don't have a knowledge. So what we want to do is bring some knowledge to you so that we can help change your life, because this has really changed our lives. So from our hearts to yours, we say it's Financial Fed Friday.
Yes, it is. And Rita, real quick before we end the webinar, type in real quick. We're looking at having a live event where we do all of this in front of an audience just like you. So instead of being on the computer, we would have you in the studio with us doing a live event. What do you all think about that?
Yeah, so tell us what you think.
We're looking at putting something like that together. If you think Rita and I are funny here online, you've got to see us in person. So I just want to put that little bug in your ear. And like Rita said, thank you so much for tuning in. We have 4 callers on the line. Thank you for joining us. You can't see our information to contact us, so let me just give it to you. Our office phone number is area code 301-577-6340. Again, that's 301-577-6340. And you can email us at info@yourabsolutions with an S, INC.com. So give us a call. Please join us back here next week at 10 a.m. on the broadcast or on Facebook. And when you come, bring one with you. We look forward to seeing you next week on the broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us. And it's what, Rita?
It's Financial Fed Friday.
It's Financial Fed Friday. Bye, everyone.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great, great weekend.
No questions? No questions, Jenkins, so we can...
No questions.
All righty.
None that I can see.